Yeah, I'm back. So, ओके ये तो देखने में बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा और बहुत अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें हैं. ओके बाद में ब्रूम क्लॉजेट क्या निकालेंगे इसमें से क्रिस को निकाल दिया होगा शायद किसी ने.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
चलो यार मन तो कर रहा था नीचे जाने का बट लेट्स फॉलो हिम. ओह एग्जीक्यूटिव बाथरूम कुछ ज़्यादा क्लास ही नहीं है ये एरिया. उफ क्या तगड़ा रूम है मैन.
Staring into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
गेट किसने बंद करा?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
सिक्स ट्राई करें. ये नहीं लिखा है इन्होंने.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad.
What the-
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
बट ये रूम बहुत तगड़ा था. ऐसा ऑफिस यार काश मेरा हो मज़ा आ जाएगा. एकदम पियानो भी है क्या क्या है यार. ओह दिस इज ऑल अ स्टेज. ये मतलब है क्या. किधर जाना है भाई बताओ नरेटर साहब. मस्त होना अगर नरेटर बाद में ईविल निकले और वो हमें मिसगाइड कर रहा हो फिर हमें. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
पटाखे फट गए भाई.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
सी मुझे लग रहा है हमारा नरेटर में मिसगाइड कर रहा है.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
देखो
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
आई डोंट ट्रस्ट यू मैन. आप झूठ बोल रहे हो हमें. अच्छा ओ व्हाट.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
हम कुछ
Perhaps
बचने का
his
तरीका नहीं है
death
क्या.
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
मैं छुप जाता हूँ ऐसे. अरे ये क्या हुआ.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
Oh.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
अरे क्या हो रहा है इस गेम में भाई? द स्टैनली पैरेबल, damn, what a stellar opening
And
to
yet
a
it would be
game.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Damn man, क्या mind frick game है man ये. Oh god, this is such an amazing game. Solitaire खेल रहा है कोई? Installing Chart Pro. कोई विजुअलाइजेशन सॉफ्टवेयर लग रहा है. ओह सीक्वल कमांड है क्या? नहीं, प्रिंटिंग है कुछ बेसिक. स्टैनली पैरेबल 2013 टीम. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं भी यार? अरे क्रेडिट रोल हो गए. क्या गेम है भाई? कहाँ जाना है नरेटर दीदी बताओ. ये मेंटेनेंस रूम था, एन अर्ली वर्जन ऑफ द मेंटेनेंस रूम. अच्छा, beautiful game. Where? Kill the game, build the game, feature capybaras. Okay. कहाँ जाना है?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
So what do I do?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this
No,
game.
I'm not going to
As
turn
long
off
as you
my
move
PlayStation.
forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
What the hell? Can narrator change
All
होगी?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Game
Stanley
restart
decided to
हुआ
go to the
है.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But something feels off.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Come on, man. Don't let me hang. जाने दो यार, मस्ती कर रहा है नरेटर बहुत ज़्यादा।
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
बहुत मस्ती है यार ये गेम में। मैं तो बस फ्रीक आउट कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि ये बहुत अच्छा गेम है। I am just raving about this game, man.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I think अब हम नरेटर को फॉलो करते हैं।
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
एकदम वैसे लग रहा ना, ट्रूमैन शो की तरह।
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
हम क्या थे 227 ना? I think so.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Some
own
employee
life
was fired.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
कहाँ हैं हम?
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
ऑफ ही करना था ना। वेट, गेम ही ऑफ हो गई। अरे यार, अब तो नरेटर को फॉलो करा हमने।
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.